On Screen Manitoba is an innovative membership-driven association that leads, builds, and represents the Manitoba screen-based industry.
The first few years of our existence, in terms of our programming, we primarily got documentary, and a lot of the work talked about perhaps obvious themes of alcoholism and racism, displacement, the effects of colonization, these types of things. And we found that sort of as we've got more submissions, and perhaps as the industry has grown as well, the diversity really is it's there. There's different types of work, there's different types of format, but I think we'll always have works that deal with the effects of colonization and the effects of residential school, as we should. Not unlike Jewish communities will always tell stories about the Holocaust, or Black populations will always tell stories about slavery. These are important threads in terms of a shared culture, a shared history, and those are important, I think, for us to acknowledge and still keep in the festival. Definitely. I mean, like, I've learned so much myself. I mean, what I love about our international spotlights is, it shows you and teaches you that there are other Indigenous people out there from countries that you may not necessarily think have Indigenous populations, like Taiwan. I mean, they have 14 different Indigenous groups. They're the only other country, aside from Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, that have an Indigenous television station. There's Taiwan Indigenous Television, and they're supported by the government. It's really incredible, and they're the only television station in Asia that is run by and for Indigenous people in Asia. Like, it's really, their work is incredible. And again, a lot of it is documentary work that really just talks about the history and the land. And yes, I mean, it really is. Part of it is definitely an education, whether it's documentary or another form. The deadline is June 1st. We really would like to get submissions in by June 1st. Obviously, I mean, like, that's sort of, actually, no, I should say we need submissions in by June 1st. Yeah, we need that in. Yeah, exactly. June 1st, otherwise nothing. Likewise with, exactly. Likewise with the DVD submission. So yeah, and there's basically sort of our in terms of what we're looking for. So we do try to get everything sorted out by mid-August. There's always some stragglers, obviously, in terms of, we do take rough cuts as well, which is, I think, an important point to make. But we do ask for the fine cut of the film by sort of August, end of July, August. When someone does submit a rough cut, we just follow up and try to get a bit more information about, where they're at in the rough cut, when is the fine cut coming, that type of thing, just so we can actually gauge it gauge it better. And our catalog comes out in in September, prior to the festival. And we print about 10,000 of our catalogs, of which, actually, those are some meetings with you guys, print for you. And again, it's just a great resource. We always print with our catalogs print source information. So again, programmers, buyers, whomever can just always follow up with acquisitions for the film, whatever it is. We have to